Hey folks, Manny CA here, your hyper-masculine male, president of the Man Spreaders Association and various other groups that will drive feminists nuts. That's right, we're shooting black powder today. That's right, black powder. How many times can you reload your plastic hulls with black powder? And since we got a decent amount of rain out here in the formerly once great urine state of California, ooh, that's not PC, and everything is soaking wet, and of course, after it rains, we get fog. You can see it. Everything is damp enough that we can shoot black powder. Join me as we go down a rabbit hole. He's happy. There's a lot of conjecture online. A lot of what's called FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt about black powder. I guess because it's not really that popular. But today, we're gonna lay all those myths to rest. We're gonna start off with four, count them, four of the most popular and I think highest quality shells that we could test. We've got the Federal Grand, the Remington STS, the Win AA, and of course the Rio, Blue Rio, just because they last so long. We're gonna see how long they last when you load black powder. A lot of guys say they develop pinholes and the gun is gonna melt and blow up in your hand, and I don't know. We're gonna go through and just load them up. Here are the head stamps, so you can see what we're dealing with here. Out of these two, I think only two are full brass. That's gonna be your AA, the red, and your STS, the green, right here. I'm not sure if the Grand is or isn't all brass. I don't think so. So, just to show that we don't pull any punches here and we don't mess around, we're gonna shoot these four brand new shells, factory loaded, first. Then we're gonna load them up. Join me. Hopefully you guys stick around. And we'll see how long they do, how long they last. Place your bets, people. Oh, and today we're not shooting the 1400 since the 1400 is a gas-operated gun, and I really don't feel like shooting black powder in a gas-operated gun. It's a mess. So, we've got our, boom, beautiful tank-like, and if you can see the, look at that, isn't that neat? This gun, this was a Kmart special in the 80s. Woo. Oh yeah. H&R, New England Firearms, partner model, 12 gauge. Ooh, pointing a muzzle at you. Breaking one of the tenets of safe gun handling. That's okay. Call the NRA on me. New England Firearms, single shot. Easy to clean, easy to load, easy to take down, and easy to wash in a bathtub. But that's okay. It's all in science. I forgot how much these load kick in this gun. I've definitely forgotten how much these loads kick. All once fired, people. We're gonna get to loading. The way we are gonna load these, no plastic this time, all wads, felt wads, and fiber wads. So, I'm gonna load them up and I'm gonna start shooting them. But you know what? Come on over here and I'll show you how we do it. Come on over. Okay, we're gonna load these up on our Mech 600. We already primed them with the appropriate primers. Now, I'm gonna do one just to show you guys. You have your powder measure, 80 grains, booyah. And you can make one of these too, just cut the bottom off of a 223 case, hot glue it in or JB weld it in, and you got yourself a ready-made funnel. Don't pay for it, people. You can make it yourself. Use a 9mm spent case for a lid when you're at the range, and you're ready to go. So here's our powder. And remember, all these hulls, actually these two hulls, are what's known as straight hulls. They're straight, remember? We talked about that before. These two are tapered. So I don't know if we're going to be able to get the same amount of powder in these as we can in these. Powder in. And a lot of guys, you guys can make these, but I've had these for a long time. $1.95. God, that's crazy. It's a 1/8 inch over powder wad. You put that in there. And I like to use my handy dandy. There you go. See that? We're seated in there very nicely. Now, the whole thing with assembling these is we need to make a stack, so that way when we crimp, we get a nice forming crimp. 2 felt wads. We punch these out at home with a 3/4 inch punch. It's available just about anywhere. See? You can use these unlubed, and you don't need them lubed because they're not touching the barrel. Remember, it's not like we're shooting our black powder percussion shotgun. If you guys haven't seen that video, go back and check it out. It's in our playlist. We shoot and load the black powder percussion. Very, very cool. 2 of these. Again, cram them down in there. Make sure they're straight. Stack them in. See how it's stacked up in there nice and neat. 1 1/8 ounce of shot. And we've cut a 20 gauge shell down the size so we can just, whoop, there you go. We use our pre-start. And then on the machine, crimp as normal. Whoa, pretty. And there you have it. All loaded up, black powdered out, ready to go. And they all crimped really nicely, if I do say so myself. Here we go, shot number 1 with the black powder. Now here's some of the wads that we shot. Ones were directly under the shot. Well, they did their job. Cushioned the shot well. We can reuse these. First look at the shells, hulls, shells, hulls, shells, hulls. I don't know. I call them hulls when they're empty, shells when they're full. I think I broke my own rule though. Anyway, here they are. They look fine to me. What do you guys think? Let's see if we're gonna get the camera to roll on, focus on that. No damage. Blow them up again. Okay, load number 2 with black powder, shot number 3. Whoa. And you see the Rio hull was giving me a little bit of fit. It's kind of oblong-ish. Very telling. And you can tell the difference between the straight wad hull, right? The straight holes and the tapered holes. You can definitely tell the difference. You can fit more powder. Interesting. Second shot with black powder. And I think the Rio has given up the ghost. You see that? We're getting gas cutting on the back of that. This shell, even though functionally it's fine. Look at that. Oh, by the way, Rio's plastic base wad. See that? Still reloadable. If you want to swage the primer pocket, we got a video on how to do that. Go back in the playlist, check it out. We'll show you how to swage it. But in terms of this video, 2 loadings with black powder with the cheapies, can't beat that. Now, we're down to 3. Boom! No gas cutting. Gas cutting is dangerous. You don't want that powder coming back in your face, especially with a brake action. Look at that. They look good. No telltale signs. Gas cutting over here with the Rio. The other 3 are good. Fascinating. Oh, wait. We've got a pinhole showing up in the STS right there. Do you guys see that? Let me see if you can see it. Oh, right there. You see it? Right there. We got a pinhole. But that's the only one. We're gonna go one more time. Onward and upward, people. Something else I should mention, very interesting to say the least. When I drop the powder seems to be, I don't know, static electricity or something sticking to the sides of the shells. So something to think about. And also the insides are roughing up where it's really hard to compress them. So also this time, to bring the stack up higher, a little bit quicker, I'm using a full 1/2 inch fiber wad, right? And what I'm doing is just cutting it in half and putting it in there. That way it's easier to get in the shell. Third loading, people. Third loading. They look good. They look very good. After the 3rd loading with black powder, it looks like the grand shell has developed a pinhole right there. See that? Yeah. Still, inside looks clean, tight. I wouldn't hesitate to load this again, except for that pinhole. I don't like the gases coming into the breech. Nah. He's done. But the primer pocket was still tight. These two, see that? Could it be because these are all brass? I don't know. Still, nothing. No pinholes. The insides are a little rough, but they're holding up very well. I'm taking a beating for this, so I hope you guys appreciate it. Oh, my head. 4th black powder firing. Number 4. I guess this gives new meaning to the term season's beatings, because I'm getting beat up. Check that out, shells are still smoking. Ah, it's so cool. And they still look ready to go. They're getting beat up. They're keeping their integrity. Boom, take a look. This is elder abuse. This is shot number 5, loading number 5 with black powder. And if anything, they're holding up very, very well. Cases are getting a little roughed up inside, but I think we can go one more. Oh, under full disclosure, the primer pockets were opening up. That was not a good thing. They were just barely, I was just barely able to push them in there. So we'll see what happens after this last firing. That was the 5th firing with black powder. The 5th firing. And they look good. Here, can you see inside? The plastic wad is not dislodged. There's nothing that looks odd to them. No pinholes in the side. Very interesting. There is a line right here that's starting to develop. I don't know if you can see that. Right there. That's about where, if you look inside, the plastic base wad comes up to. Imminent separation? I don't know. We're gonna load these one last time. Well, let's see what the primer pocket looks like first. Ah, they're able to be pushed in. They opened up on that last firing just enough. This one, well, the AA held up a little bit better. I think we get one more shooting out of these. What do you say? Well, let's try it out. This is the 6th loading. Here we go. And the mouths are starting to get a little bit work hardened, a little dark. See that? What do you want? You know how much power and pressure and heat are being generated every firing? I'm amazed it lasts this long. Number 7, 6 with black powder. 6. Did you hear me? 6. How do these look? It's still smoking. 6 with black powder, people. 6. 6, 6. A little tarnished. Otherwise, we're going to check out the primer pockets and then we're going to load them up one more time. Primer pockets still seem reasonably tight. Even tighter on the AAs. Load them up. Shot number 7 with black powder. And all in all, we're holding up pretty well. A little bit of a hole. Not a big deal. I keep getting battered, people. Keep getting battered. Ooh. Smoky. That was number 7. 7 with black powder. Yeah, I said it. 7 with black powder. And you know what's happening? Primer pockets are opening up. But these shells still look good. They're a little rough on the inside. Let's see if we can get them up. Look at that, a little rough. And this one little pin prick starting to open up a little bit. Little pinhole. Other than that, they didn't melt. They didn't stick to the gun. They didn't blow up. We didn't get a bore obstruction. The wad didn't shoot out. Wow. Hey, just because it didn't happen to me though, doesn't mean it can't happen to somebody else. We are experienced hand loaders. We look, we watch. We look at all these little things. You gotta do the same thing. Don't take my word on it. Your results may vary. We just laid to rest a lot of speculation, a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt that you find on a lot of these message boards, gun forums. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be a little girly man. Try things out. Try new things out. This is awesome. Not that I'll ever load these up anyway to hunt, but this was just fun to see what would happen. Now you see the quality hulls. Does quality count? Yes, it does. And you get a lot of value from these, especially you cowboy action shooters. Ooh. But I'm sure you guys already knew that. You guys know our channel is under increasing attack by Google, YouTube, all of them. They do not like nationalistic Second Amendment content, and they try to throttle our searches so people can't find what they want. You need to share the links. Go up top, see the URL, copy and paste that into your buddies' emails. Show your friends, like-minded patriots, everybody out there. That way we can spread the gospel of the gun. Any comments, concerns, or questions, send them on down from a foggy, wet California. Till next time.